BD English News, the ACC forgets the suffering of innocent people. The names of the two are Kamrul Islam. However, there is Mohammed before one's name. Their father's name is the same, MD Abul Khair. One of the two has an address in West Rajarampur of Sudram Police Station in Noakhali, while the other, Mohammed Kamrul Islam, has an address in East Rajarampur in Sudram. Innocent Mohammed Kamrul Islam has been sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in an ACC case for forgetting this East West Rajarampur address. He filed a writ petition in the High Court last year seeking redressal in this situation. In a subsequent statement filed in the court, the ACC said that in the statement and charge sheet, East Rajarampur was mentioned instead of West Rajarampur in the case of unintentional accused. Justice M. Editor Rahim and Justice M.D. The High Court bench comprising Mustafizur Rahman has till January 28 to rule on the repetition. Mohammed Kamrul Islam told Pratham Gallo that the police first came to the house last February. Later he went to the police station and found out that his father had been convicted in a case. After that, the father can collect the case number and find out that the names of the accused and his father have a lot in common with his and his father's names. However, the real address of the convicted accused is West Rajarampur. He filed a writ petition to avoid harassment in this situation. In the statement and charge sheet, East Rajarampur was mentioned instead of West Rajarampur in the case of unintentional accused. Justice M. Editor Rahim and Justice M.D. The High Court bench comprising Mustafizur Rahman has a date to rule on the repetition on January 26. Lawyers Minhazul Hat Chowdhury and Bihayat Barua are in favor of the repetition. ACC lawyer Khurshid Alam Khan told Pratham Gallo that the plaintiff in the case, Shahidul Alam, in the case of unintentional forgetfulness in the statement, instead of West Rajarampur, East Rajarampur and Investigation Officer MD. In the charge sheet, Mathu Iqbal mistakenly mentioned East Rajarampur instead of West Rajarampur. The ACC's statement has been submitted to the court citing an unintentional mistake. However, the petitioner Kamrul did not have to spend a single day in jail. Lawyer Minhazul Hat Chowdhury told Pratham Gallo that such an error by an investigating officer of an important body like the ACC was never expected. Because of this, the innocent person has to pay compensation, which I have already seen in the case of Yatlam. According to the documents, the then Anti-Corruption Bureau filed a case with Sudram Police Station in January 2003 in the name of Kamrul Islam address, East Rajarampur for admission in Class XI 1998-99 academic year of Majli Public College by making fake SSC pass numbers and testimonials. The seized admission application mentions Kamrul's date of birth as January 1, 1979 and village Paschim Rajarampur. About 10 years after the investigation, the ACC investigation officer filed a charge sheet in the case on November 28, 2013, in which Kamrul Islam's village address was mentioned as East Rajarampur. According to the investigation, the report of the police P&A in the court on April 7, 2014, quoting the witness, said that accused MD Kamrul Islam, father Abul Khair, village East Rajarampur address is not correct. The real accused are Kamrul Islam, father Abul Khair, of village Paschim Rajarampur, who is out of the country. The Noakhali Special Judges Court ruled in the case on November 26, 2014. After the allegations were proved, Kamrul Islam father, Abul Khair, village, East Rajarampur was convicted and sentenced to 5 years rigorous imprisonment and a fine of Tka 10,000 under 3 sections. All imprisonment is said to run together. Mohama Kamrul East Raja Rampur then filed a writ petition in October last year seeking non-harassment and arrest on the basis of a warrant issued in the case. According to a certificate attached to it, he is currently working as an office assistant at the Noakhali Chief Judicial Magistrates Court. He was born on October 15, 1990 according to his service book and SSC Pass certificate. In other words, he was 8 years old during the academic year 1998-99 mentioned in the case. The certificate states that Mohama Kamrul passed SSC from Haranatpur High School in Noakhali in 2006. The same bench of the High Court ruled on November 5 last year with a preliminary hearing of the writ. On the basis of the warrant, Mohama Kamrul was ordered not to be harassed or arrested for 6 months. The ACC was asked to explain the identity of Mohama Kamrul to the court within 4 weeks. In some cases, there is injustice due to lack of efficiency, weakness and reform in the judiciary. As a result, many innocent people suffer in various ways, the lawyer said. Shaheen Malik, Supreme Court lawyer said. Shaheen Malik told Pratham Gallo, in some cases, there is injustice due to lack of efficiency, weakness and reform in the judiciary. As a result, many innocent people suffer in various ways. Like other cases, such mistakes have been caught in the ACC cases lately. Therefore, I hope that the ACC and the law enforcement agencies will make more efforts to eliminate injustice by implementing more efficient and accountable measures.